because we've got a seriously dramatic twist today. We're looking at the Ferrari Amalfi Spider. On paper, this is Ferrari's cheapest car right now. It's the slowest one they make. No hybrid system, no fancy tech gimmicks, and I genuinely think it might just be the most important car they make today, and quite possibly the last truly great driver's Ferrari before this whole formula disappears forever. Cheapest, slowest, no hybrid. Just think about that for a second. Every other Ferrari rolling out of Maranello right now is either absurdly expensive, absolutely loaded with crazy hybrid complexity, or honestly, so blindingly fast that it'll get you arrested in second gear. If you're looking for an old-school, on-plug, front-engine, rear-wheel drive V8 Ferrari, well, this is basically the only one left.
Now, I know a starting price of £227,000 sounds completely insane to most of us, but by Ferrari's current standards, this is actually the bargain bin. Seriously, you'd have to stretch your budget another 50 grand just to get into a 296 Spider, and well over 100,000 more for something like the 12 Cylindri or the 812 Superfast. So in the grand scheme of things, this is actually the accessible entry point.
Section 1. Under the hood, the F154 V8 engine.
So we're talking about the award-winning 3.9-liter twin-turbo V8 here, which is arguably the most decorated engine of the modern era, stepping in to replace the Roma. And this engine works incredibly hard. 171,000. That massive number is the exact RPM those twin-turbos spin at. That insane mechanical effort pushes out 640 horsepower, which is 20 more than the Roma. And look, while 640 horsepower might not sound like the absolute wildest number in 2026, believe me, it feels massive. We're talking 0 to 62 in just 3.3 seconds and a top speed of a flat 199 miles per hour.
But there is one major letdown. Contrast all that incredible speed with the sound. This is a purebred Ferrari V8. It should sound like mechanical poetry, right? Instead, it's just really disappointing. It sounds distant. Honestly, it's almost like you're hearing someone else's Ferrari driving down a street 2 blocks over. The irony here is that an Audi RS Q8 SUV actually delivers a vastly superior, more incredible exhaust note than this purebred Ferrari. It's wild.
Section 2. Driving it. Sensational and usable.
When you actually put that power to the pavement, the torque delivery is genuinely impressive. It's got a really strong mid-range that builds into this addictive crescendo as you chase the red line. Plus, the gearbox, which is evolved directly from the SF90, is just sensational. You interact with it through these legendary carbon fiber paddles, and it easily beats out standard PDKs. But here's the twist, and this is the Amalfi's secret weapon. If you look at its siblings, the 812, the 296, the 12 Cylindri, those cars possess what I call arrest me speed. They are so fast, they're basically unusable on public roads. But the Amalfi Spider gives you usable speed. You can actually drive this thing gear by gear, wringing it out without ending up in handcuffs. The absolute best part about this car's speed is that it simply doesn't have too much of it.
Section 3. Design and specs. Hit or miss.
Now, design is subjective, but honestly, the front end is a little anonymous. If you asked me to sketch it from memory, I'd probably struggle. But the profile, it definitely retains that classic Ferrari silhouette, with those long, great proportions and muscular rear haunches. Getting into the practical side of things, since it's a Spider, the roof operation is crucial. It folds away in 13.4 seconds at speeds up to 37 miles per hour. Boot space is decent too. You get 255 liters with the roof up, which drops to 172 liters when it's stowed. And as for the rear seats, yeah, they're strictly decorative. I highly recommend just treating them as very expensive leather-wrapped wind deflectors.
Inside the cabin, we've got some major tech upgrades from the Roma. First off, rejoice, because real, physical buttons have finally returned to the steering wheel. Those annoying capacitive touchpads are gone. We've also got a new infotainment screen that's sharper and higher res, completely ditching that tablet glued to the dashboard look, though it does sit a little low out of your natural sightline. Oh, and a quick tip. Definitely save your money and skip the optional 3,000-pound passenger screen. It basically just lets your passenger skip a song or press a massage button. Totally pointless.
Section 4. The real character. From hatchback to purebred.
The real character of this car really isn't obvious right out of the gate. In fact, when you jump in for the very first time, you might legitimately feel a little let down. In comfort mode, it honestly drives like a soft luxury hatchback. It's so quiet and smooth that you'll literally find yourself asking, is this really a Ferrari? It totally mirrors that initial wave of disappointment. But that all changes the very second you reach for the Manettino dial on the steering wheel.
Because the crucial point here is that when you crank that dial into sport or race mode, the whole car just wakes up.
The suspension firms up beautifully, the throttle response gets instantly sharper, and the steering becomes incredibly quick and precise without feeling nervous at all. Suddenly, that perfect 48 to 52 weight balance just shines. With 0 electric motors and no heavy batteries weighing it down, it delivers this old-school driving purity that is just so incredibly rare today. Now, we do need to touch on some of the modern engineering that makes this all work, specifically the brake-by-wire system. This is a system where there's no physical connection between the brake pedal and the calipers. Instead, it uses a digital signal to tell a computer to apply the exact right amount of braking force. I know, that sounds totally strange on paper, especially when we're praising its old-school feel. But in practice, it delivers a perfectly consistent pedal feel every single time you hit the brakes.
And backing that up is the 6D sensor system. This is just brilliant technology that constantly predicts grip levels to optimize braking, traction, and slip angle in real time. The absolute magic here is that it never actually feels artificial. So this isn't a tech-free car by any stretch. It is packed with cutting-edge sensors, but it's brilliant tech that completely gets out of the driver's way and just lets you drive.
Section 5. Final verdict. The purest sports car.
There is a really brilliant irony here. Ferrari clearly set out to build an accessible, easy cruiser for the lifestyle crowd. But in doing so, by deliberately leaving out the heavy batteries and the super complex hybrid software, they kind of accidentally created their purest sports car. This might be one of the last great unplugged V8 Ferraris we ever get. I think that quote hits the nail on the head. Look, it's absolutely not a perfect car. The styling's a bit of a step back, and the exhaust note is definitely a letdown. But underneath those flaws lies a vehicle of massive historical importance. Before this era of pure, combustion-engine sports cars disappears forever, this Ferrari stands as a massive testament to the simple joy of driving.
Which leaves us with a £250,000 dilemma for you. If you had £227,000 burning a hole in your pocket right now, would you buy the pure, old-school Amalfi Spider, or would you stretch your budget for the insanely fast hybrid 296? Weigh in and let me know. And hey, make sure to subscribe for more explainers as we document these incredible machines before they're gone for good. See you in the next one.